Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is the 1% Success Plan. And I talk a lot about plans and goals and working out how to reach your goals and reach more success and achieve more success in your life. And I always try to give you different ways to work towards more success and to achieve more. And because it's very important to have plans and strategies and to set things in motion so you know what to do to propel you towards the success you want. And the 1% Success Plan is something I read about in a book a long time ago. It wasn't called the 1% Success Plan. It was something about 1%. And the basic idea is that you try to improve one area by 1% each day. And then within a year, you will have improved this one area or this one skill by basically 360 some percent, which some skills and some things it's possible to do that, and others it might not be possible to achieve such a huge gain in a year. But the idea is that if you break things down to where instead of trying to double your income, say, you actually are only trying to increase it by 1% at a time, which is much easier for you, much easier to wrap your mind around and to think about, where your mind might say, well, it's impossible to double my income, but it can understand increasing it by 1%. Or maybe, you're trying to learn how to play the piano, and you might not think that there's any way possible that you could learn to play a large and complicated famous piano tune right now, but if you just get 1% better each day, eventually you're going to get good enough where you can play the piano at a high level. So let's talk about the 1% Success Plan and how you can use it to help you achieve more success on the important areas that you're working on in your life. Before we get into some strategies that I have for you that you can start using today, I want to talk a little bit about the basic idea, once again, is improving 1% a day. But let's say that for some reason this is something that is too big, or you can't do 1% a day. But what if you could only improve 1% per week? Most of us, no matter what we're trying to accomplish or find more success in, could understand and accept that, hey, I can get 1% better at whatever it is within a week. I've got 7 days. I can get 1% better. Well, if you do this and you put a plan into action, and you actually can improve 1% each week, then at the end of the year you will have improved over 50%. And the truth is that you're actually going to start seeing your improvement percentage compound, because as you move forward and get more skill or more ability or more success, then you're improving 1% on more than you started with. It's kind of like interest in a bank account. Compound interest means that you earn interest on what you put in, plus you're earning interest on the interest you've already earned, and this is a compound effect. And when you use the 1% Success Plan, you're actually going to enjoy the same benefits of compounding your 1% gains. So If you want to try to figure out how to set your success and improve by 1% a day, and that's realistic, that's great. But even if you don't feel that's realistic, then set it at 1% a week, because basically if you do 1% a week, within 2 years you'll have 100% or over 100% improvement. Now, let's say that you're making $10 an hour right now. Would you like to be making $20 an hour 2 years from now? If you're making $20 an hour now, wouldn't it be good to be making $40 an hour 2 years from now? And most people don't double their income every 2 years, but you only have to increase your income by 1% every week to double it in less than 2 years. Now, if you're working for someone else, there might not be an opportunity to double your income in your current position or for your current employer. But that doesn't mean you can't work towards increasing your income and doubling your income. Maybe you need to build your skills in a certain area that makes you more valuable. Or maybe you need to go find a job that pays more for your skills and your knowledge. Or maybe the only way you can reach your goals is to start a side business, start making money there, and then possibly grow it to where it's larger than your current income. You have many different options here. And this doesn't have to be about money. It can be in other areas of your life. Maybe you want to learn how to read faster. So you pick up a speed reading course and you try to improve how fast you can read by 1% a day. And eventually you're reading twice as fast as you are now. This can work in any area of your life where you're trying to get more success or achieve more success. So let's talk about a couple strategies of how you can actually use the 1% success plan to help you achieve your goals. The first strategy is to work backwards. Basically, you decide where you want to be in a year or 2 years or sometime in the future. And then you work backwards from that, filling in all the things you have to do and accomplish to get there. And what I like to do is I like to break things down into 100 simple steps. Most things that we work on in life and want more success in can easily be accomplished within 100 steps or less. So if you're working backwards and you see where you want to be, and you have a clear picture of that, then you start working backwards and say, what are the 100 steps that I can take? What are 100 simple steps that I can take to get from where I am now to where I see in the future? And then simply do one of them every day or one of them every week if it's a larger goal like we talked about. And then every day or every week, you're getting 1% closer to that goal because you're doing one of these simple steps. Another strategy is simply to work forward. It kind of works the same way, but it works better if you don't have a specific end in mind. Let's say you just want to become a better reader or a faster reader. You don't necessarily want to read 2 times as fast or 6 times as fast. You just want to improve. So start making the steps. How can you improve 1% today or 1% this week? And then once you do that, how do you do it for the next day and the next week? I still suggest mapping this out, and you can even map out 50 or 100 steps because there's a lot of power in making your steps small. When you break your plan down to the smallest steps possible, it's much easier to feel that this is realistic, and it's easier to accept mentally that you can do this. So either work backwards or work forward. When you break your success into 100 ultra simple steps or 50 simple steps, it gives you a lot of chance to build momentum and to keep momentum. Momentum is really important when you're trying to achieve more success. We get all excited when we think about achieving more success and we jump right in and we get started, but then the momentum falters, and before you know it, we're off onto other things and we're not trying to improve our success on a consistent basis. So when you break these things down and make them simple, and you make 1% progress every day or every week, you're building momentum. And one of the most important things to help you keep that momentum when you're making these small steps and small progress towards your success is you need to track your progress. Every small step you take, you need to track it. I like to write down all the steps, and then as I achieve them, I check it off. I physically go in and put a check mark beside it. And then at least once a week, I will go over all of the steps I've accomplished and my next steps so that I can see that I'm making progress towards whatever goal I'm trying to achieve, and wherever I'm trying to get more successful, I can see the progress. And that really helps me keep the momentum going. Here's the thing. When you look at a big goal, often the big picture is too big. It's too big of a goal or too much for our mind to accept that it's realistic. And that can make it very difficult to continue and to stay on track. But when you break it down into more simple steps, it's much more realistic to our minds, and it's easier to stay on track because it's realistic. Hey, I can make 1% progress today, or I can make 1% progress this week. I might not see how it's possible to get 100% improvement because it's just too big, but I can understand and accept that I can do 1%. And you know what? If I fail today, or if I fail this week, and for some reason I don't get my 1% progress, I'm just going to jump right back on tomorrow or next week, and I'm going to get that 1%. I'm not going to try to double up, because the truth is, some days and some weeks, you might make more than 1%. You might get a 2 or 3% gain. But the important thing is that you're making consistent progress, one step at a time, 1% at a time. And no matter what the goal is, if you continue to get closer by 1% on regular intervals, eventually you're going to get to your goal. So that's how I suggest using the 1% success plan, and I think you can use it for success too. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.